How's it going, guys? Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. We are going to be talking all things Christmas today. The first thing I want to do is take you antiquing with me. I went to several different antique stores and I want to show you all of the different like Christmas displays and just things that stuck out to me, and then share with you kind of what I've been collecting for my Christmas decor this year as far as thrifted finds go. Also some new finds, and kind of share with you the vibe that I'm going for this year. So grab a cup of coffee or tea and let's get excited about the upcoming holiday season together. Before we get into it, today's video is in collaboration with my friend Sarah from She Holds Dearly. She has a YouTube channel, she has a blog. I am so honored that I get to collaborate with her. I've been following her for years prior to us connecting, and I just admire her and her style and her approach to design so much. She's a professionally trained interior designer, but she has a passion for helping women take design into their own hands and create spaces that they love for themselves and their families. She is big on DIY. She has a beautiful old house and fills it with vintage and antique finds. She loves thrifting. I mean, I know that if you're not already following her, when you discover her channel, you are going to go down the rabbit hole that is She Holds Dearly, and you're going to find so much education and inspiration. I feel like I always learn something from her when I watch her videos. She just makes design feel really approachable and attainable. Another thing I really love about what she's done with her channel and her blog is that she's created such a community over there. She's got a design group that I think she opens up once a year and teaches design in. So if you really want more hands-on assistance and learning, she's got opportunities for that, as well as I know she just started like a DIY Christmas group. So they're all doing DIYs together that she's put together. She just is so intentional about how she is helping others. She really is just a true gem. And if you're not following her, go subscribe. You will not regret it. You're going to absolutely love her home and her style and just her videos, everything about her. She is also doing a video today for a Christmas thrift haul. So I've got her video linked down in the description and also in a pinned comment below. So be sure that after you watch my video today, you go over there and watch hers, subscribe, leave her a comment, tell her hello. I just know you guys are gonna love her. So go check her out. Let's go antiquing. to share with you all of the things that I've kind of been picking up at antique stores, garage sales, estate sales for Christmas this year. I will say I didn't have a great garage sale season this year. I normally find a ton of stuff, but for whatever reason, this year was just not my year for garage sales. So I did hit one estate sale where I found several of the items that really inspired me for Christmas this year. So the first thing I want to share with you are these ice skates. I got these at an estate sale and I got them for $8, which was, I feel like, such a good price. I just saw these at, well, similar ones at one of the antique stores that I went to that I just shared clips from. And I want to say they had like a $45 price tag on them. So I definitely got a good deal on these. I love the dark leather and I will be doing a moody Christmas again this year. So we're going to be kind of playing into some of those darker, richer tones. So this is going to fit perfectly with that. I absolutely love these. I've seen people use them in all different ways. Hang them on the wall, hang them from their mantles, from a mirror, a frame, something like that. So we will see. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to style them yet, but I think there are probably plenty of different things that I could do with them. I think it's going to be a really fun addition to the Christmas decor this year. At that same estate sale, I also found these books, and this is kind of where I came up with the idea that I wanted to do a Dickens Christmas. My decor kind of already always has that Victorian flair to it anyway, so it's not going to be a surprise to you. But yeah, so we're thinking rich, moody tones and Victorian elements are kind of what we're going for. These are Charles Dickens books. We've got The Old Curiosity Shop and Christmas Stories. So I just was like, this is perfect for the Christmas decor this year. And also just to own really beautiful classic versions of these. These were $5 each at the estate sale. So pretty good price on those. The next thing is this candle holder. So I have been looking for one of these that has the little handle on it forever. Something about this just screams Christmas to me. And I finally found one. It's actually much bigger than I was expecting, but it has this like drip pan at the bottom. And it looks like I got this for $3, although it's rubbing off. But I believe I also got this at that same estate sale. I might take some acetone or something to it because it looks like some of it is lacquered, and you know that I love the patina, so you can see kind of where patina has gotten to it a little bit, but some of it's a little bit shiny. So I might go in and take some acetone to kind of get that off so that over time it builds up that patina on the rest of it. But great little find. I actually really want to set this on my piano. I don't know, I just had this vision of this with a candle in it on our piano. So that's that one. And speaking of candle holders, I actually found a ton of candle holders in one day at two different garage sales. I can't remember the exact price, but this one was $6 for 7 of them. And I grabbed all of those. And then I think the other one, I got like 6 of them for $5 or something like that. So I got like 12 of them and all of them were under $1. Great prices on that. I see these at antique stores going for $5 to $10+, just depending per candlestick holder. So check garage sales and thrift stores for these. These are great for holidays, really any time of year, but if you were looking for ideas for holidays, these are great for tablescapes, just down the center, really easy with a little bit of greenery, or like I've got mine set back here as well. I have tons of these, but they come in handy. You can use them in so many different ways with your taper candles. And then for the holidays, just add a little bow on them and they look very Christmassy. So for me, these are always a win and always on the top of my list for Christmas decor. I also found this, which I have tried to kind of hold back on collecting the silver, but I do like the ones that are shaped a bit more like trophies. And I have seen these used with little Christmas trees in them or just some greenery. You could also stack some like candlesticks in them and use them as just like a little candlestick holder. I've just seen them used in so many different ways, so likely I will style it without the lid on it. I got this at a garage sale, and I got it for like $2 or $3, so it was really inexpensive. This silver, you can find it for really great prices. It doesn't usually cost too much, and there's so many cool things you can do with it. So again, greenery, candles, a bow, and you have Christmas decor. Also grabbed this one. This was from one of the antique stores, actually the new antique store that I went to here in town, and I got this for $5. It's just a little urn style planter. I think this would be really cute with a little like bottle brush tree or some greenery or something out of this. So that's kind of why I grabbed this one. I shared this one in a previous thrift haul, but I wanted to go ahead and share it again for anyone who maybe didn't see it, because I got it with the intention of using it around Christmas time. I don't know what it is, something about this just feels Christmassy to me. So I imagine it with a little bow tied on it, again, maybe a little bit of greenery, and placed in a little vignette. So it's just a little brass bell with a horse, very cute. And of course, my 4-year-old son really loves that find. I also grabbed these amber glass containers, which I thought were absolutely beautiful. If you watched my Christmas decorating video last year, one of the things that I did was create DIY faux amber glass ornaments. So they were actually just plastic ornaments, and I made them look like amber glass. So I like to use this as an accent throughout my decor, just to kind of pull that element into another place. And I love it when I can find this really deep toned amber glass rather than the more like light yellow. I just thought these containers were so interesting. The top of this one is just really big, like this like big bubble top. This can also just be used as a vase or for storing items in. And then this little one has such a beautiful lid on it. And like you could put gift tags or just candies or whatever you want to put in here. So I just thought these were a great addition, and they match really well with what I've got going on this year. So I want to say these were, oh shoot, how much were these? I think it was $15 for the set because they were sold together. I also found a copy of The Polar Express, which is a book that we didn't already own. We love having lots of books for Jameson and read books every night before bed. So this was just obviously a classic story that we were happy to have found at an estate sale. It was $5. Nothing too much to say about that, but I do love keeping an eye out for used books. We rarely buy new books. There's a site called Second Sale that I like to get used books from. And then of course, garage sales and anywhere I can find secondhand books. I always check out the kids' books because we read tons of books, and I like to switch out his books seasonally as well. Just to have like a variety and really like keep that Christmas spirit going. So this I thought was really cool. It's a frame that has a stand. And while this is something I can use any time of year, what I have pictured for it specifically for Christmas decor is to use one of our prints from the Lost Gallery, which if you're new, we have an Etsy shop where we sell vintage and antique prints that we've remastered that you can buy the digital file of and then print wherever you like to print. And it's just a really inexpensive way to fill your house with art. We just added a winter and Christmas collection, and one of the pieces that we have in it is a really cool silhouette of a man in a top hat, and I thought it would be really cool in here, and then using this like in a vignette on my buffet, because I always kind of need like bigger pieces like this. So I thought that would be really neat. So I'll be sure to link our shop down below. If you haven't checked it out, we've got all kinds of prints, but I know I've had several of you asking about winter and Christmas. So those are available now. And I actually am going to be using another one of our prints in this big frame, which I got from the antique store. This I spent $25 on. It's a 16 by 20, but obviously you can tell it's nice and chunky. So it is going to take up a lot more wall space than just the 16 by 20 here. It doesn't have glass, but if you know me and how I like to display my vintage prints, I like to keep the glass out so that it doesn't have a glare and it looks a little bit more like a painting. I don't come across the wooden carved frames quite as often, so I thought $25 was a really good price for this, being that it is a true blue like carved wooden frame, and it's so big and it's got this like nice chunky frame on it, which I love. And so the art piece that we're thinking about putting in this one, it's one that we've had in our collection for a while, but it does have some evergreen like needles in it, and so I feel like it fits really well for winter and Christmas as well. And it has that, you know, dark academia vibe to it that I love so much, so I thought that would be a really great one to put in here. And likely it will go on this wall because I took the gallery wall down when we were doing Halloween decor in here, and I created like my spooky tree up here. So I've been wanting to kind of switch up that gallery wall for a while, and I thought this is the perfect opportunity to do it. So once I get that done, I will show you guys how that turns out. Okay, I had to pull this one from my little display back here because I just absolutely love this one. I'm really a sucker for deep wood tones and really any like architectural pieces or anything that feels really ornate like this. I also love like East Lake furniture, like anything that just has this like deep, rich wood tone and is ornate and beautiful is just my favorite. What I love even more about this is that while I was at the antique mall, I ran into a gal named Janice who is actually a subscriber and told me she's been following me for a little while, and she has a booth at the antique store, and this was an item from her booth. So it was really fun to run into her, and her booth is absolutely beautiful. She's done a great job styling it, and it looks really lovely for Christmas as well. So if you're local, Paramount West, go check out her booth. She's got some really beautiful things in there. I think I paid $24, $25 for this, and it's beautiful the way it is. What I will probably do is I've got some little like dark like navy berries that I might kind of pop in there and then a little bow on it, and I just need to find a special place for it because I think this is going to be such a beautiful piece to put into my decor this year. I also did pick up this antique mirror behind me at one of the antique stores. It was a little pricier than I normally like to spend. I can usually find these old mirrors on Facebook Marketplace for like $50 to $75. Something about the shape of this one, the color of it, again, it's like a carved wood, genuinely old piece that it just spoke to me and I had to have it. I think I spent $125 on it, so it was a bit pricier, but she looks good dressed up for Christmas, and at some point, I'm probably going to start like replacing my current mirrors if there's any that I don't love quite as much. Selling those and kind of just keeping the ones that I really, really love. But I kind of felt like, gosh, I'm bringing home another antique mirror. So then for some newer items, as you can see, I've got lots of greenery around here, and what you're seeing on the mirror and in this little planter are these picks. So I got these at Kirkland's, and these were $9.99, but then they were doing a sale. So I got them for around $7.50. And these are the Norfolk Pine picks, and they also have garlands that everyone loves. They're very realistic looking. I love that you have a little bit of versatility with these rather than just getting solely a garland, because you can use them in so many different ways. You can use them like in planters like this, or above mirrors, or even sometimes in tablescapes. It's nice to have little picks like this. So I picked up several of these. My Kirkland's did not have the smaller garlands. They only had like the 15 footers. So I went online and I was able to find the 5-foot garlands, which they were on sale for around $30, which is really a great price for greenery, especially greenery that looks this realistic. I feel like greenery and garlands have just come such a long way from where they used to be, and they look so much more realistic now. So I'm kind of replacing all of my old greenery, and I buy a little bit of new every year. I also like to incorporate real garland as well because I love the smell of it, but it does tend to dry out and it gets real crispy. So if you accidentally brush up against it, it'll sprinkle onto the floor. I like to have a mix of both though, so that I can just like deck out the house with lots of greenery. If you're gonna go with fresh, if you have a Trader Joe's near you, you can get their fresh cedar garlands for I think like $14 or $15. They're really pretty inexpensive. You know, if you're working with what you have, just getting some fresh greenery and kind of putting some of that in, that can be a great way to kind of just freshen it up and give it a different look without investing in the full thing. But if you are looking to make the investment and you're after this Norfolk pine, check Kirkland's. They have the best prices that I've seen on this greenery. And then of course, Christmas candles to get us in the spirit. So Antique Candle Co. sent me some of their Christmas line, and my absolute favorite one, which I don't think is specific to Christmas, but it's like a fall winter candle, is Fireside. And I would have it out here, but it's like almost gone. We have burned it so fast because it smells so, so good. So if you love those like woodsy, like campfire smells, it's so good. I have a 20% off code that I will list down in the description box below if you want some soy non-toxic candles. Antique Candle Co. has some really great options. Tree Farm is Luke's favorite. It smells classic Christmas tree smell, and just so many others. So I wanted to mention it. If you need Christmas candles, go check out Antique Candle Co. That is it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to go check out Sarah's video. I've got it linked down below for you. We will be on to Christmas decorating very soon, so be sure you're subscribed if you haven't already, and I will see you very soon. Bye.